Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope this week is going well for you. I hope that it's been a little bit less stressful than it was last week, and that we've kind of, getting in a rhythm of things. So anyway, before we start today with schoolwork, let's say a prayer. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. And God, I think about all that is vying for our attention, right? Everything that's on TV that makes us feel like we need this or that, or whatever video game is and what level we're trying to get to, or how we're mad that our sibling took something of ours, or whatever it is. There's so much that can distract us from focusing on you and your goodness to us, and things that would thinking about things that honor you, thinking about ways to bless other people, and to be not only to be a blessing to those in our family, but to other people around. So I pray that the students and that we all think about things that honor you and that bless you, and that are not only our thoughts, but that our actions would be a blessing and would honor you today. So I pray all these things in your name. Amen. Well, today I want to talk about Island of the Blue Dolphins, right? So in chapter 10, the dolphins were used as a symbol of hope, right? So sometimes in writing, there can be certain things can be used as symbols to represent something bigger or something different. And in this case, the dolphins were used to symbolize hope. And I get that because, like I said, they're my favorite animal. I love them. And I think I would feel hope too, right? If you're in the water, if you're Karana and you see something that is alive, that's a helper, right? Dolphins are often seen as helpers in the water. There's many stories of dolphins rescuing people, right? They come up alongside, they they drag some piece of driftwood, or somebody holds on to them and they drag them back to shore or something, right? They're seen as helpers, and they're quite intelligent. There's also like stories that I've read of divers being down there and dolphins coming up to them, and because there's like their baby has a hook in it, or there's something that's happening that they need help with, and they recognize that the humans have the intelligence to be able to help them. So they're very intelligent creatures, and typically, they're not dangerous to us. It's scary when you see like the fin, right? Because you don't know if that's a shark or a dolphin, but they're not a danger to us aside from just their physical size, right? And that we're in their element. So Karana here, right? She's out floating out there. Her boat is leaking, and so her canoe, and so she then decides she's not going to make it. So she decides to turn her boat around to head back to the island, and then she has dolphins that are following her back. And so that is, for Karana, I think the way that the author is trying to communicate it is that these dolphins, it's almost like they are blessing her decision to go back, right? That's kind of how Karana sees it, that they are, it's like this good, what's the word I'm looking for? Like good luck almost, right? That she's going back, she makes this decision, and then the dolphins are there. So it also, in that moment, you can see a change kind of in Karana's emotional state, right? Before, probably floating out there thinking that all hope is lost, right? The animal that I would want to see certainly would be a dolphin, right? Not a shark, not anything else, right? Because they don't bring as much hope, but a dolphin, I think, would bring hope, and it certainly helps to brighten up her emotional state there. So those are things also to look for in literature as you read. You know, are there symbols that are used to represent something differently than you would think, right? So just a dolphin in the water is an animal in the water, right? But here it represents something bigger, it represents hope. So as you're reading, not only this book, but in other books as well, look for those things, look for those symbols, because they can be helpful in kind of understanding theme or understanding like something that is going on in the story that's bigger than what it tends to appear at the time. So for today, your workload is going to look into chapter 11. You're going to read chapter 11 today. And so what I want you to look into is Karana, she kind of, her whole mindset kind of changes. And she then now decides that, okay, she's made it back to the island, right? She wakes up and, you know, she decides she's going to stay. She's going to make this home. She might as well not try to leave, right? She's going to make it home. And so what I want you to look at as you read are what are those things that make her feel like I can make this home, right? What can I, there's like, what about her senses, right? You look at kind of the figurative language, but really like her senses, right? What does she see? What does she smell? And what makes her feel like thankful and yes, I can make this my home. To accept kind of her fate there. So as you're reading it, make a list. You can do it on Post-it notes, you can do it in your notebook to make a list of things that show, it's like a theme of acceptance, right? That accepting kind of the conditions that she's in, accepting this, that this is her fate in life, and which would be one of the themes of the book, right? Acceptance. So there she is. What is it? What is she showing that helps her to make that decision? That's the list I want you to make today. So like I said, you can do it on Post-it notes inside of your book, take pictures of those, or you can write it on a list in your notebook and then send that, attach it to the assignment for today. So hope you, and don't forget to also be doing your reading, doing your AR reading every day. Make sure to make time for that. So hope you have a great Wednesday. We're halfway done, and we will see you back here tomorrow.